Okay, we're doing last call on the raffle.
Well, there you go. In that case, we better start up.
Yeah, I guess so.
Check, 1, 2. Alright. Starting up with Monster Talk. Hey, Biggie Paw. Thank you for hosting. I don't know what... Oh, that sucks.
If we just weave the invisible windmill into this whole mess.
Yeah. No, that's... You know, Tailspire... Keep a window open, right? I was like, you know, if you're feeling sick and whatever, and you get that breathe going and you zone out on making something in Tailspire, that'll help. Doctor ordered. But I'm still typing in things that we need to put here. I want to see if I won on here. Holy Carolina. Oh, I didn't win.
What's going on? And sometimes I get,
so let's stop here and let's get into Monster Talk. So,
right. Oh, I think the camera needs to look at me though.
You need a camera looking at you?
Probably.
You know what we also need? We need our sound going. So let's turn on some band in a box here. Let's get you. So then, oh yeah, we need a thing to cover you're all washed out, huh?
Looks like it.
All right. So let me get. Oh, you know what? Our raid sound's gonna be all delayed too.
Oh,
let me get this.
What's up with that?
I haven't fixed it. That's basically it. And let me get you a piece of paper to cover this up.
I am going to get Amber, and I'm going to try to work out when I get back.
Okay, sounds good to me.
As a reminder, everybody's on the run for dinner.
It's what? And there we go.
Hey, there's a raid.
As a reminder, everybody's on the run for dinner.
Okay. Thanks.
Hey, everybody.
We got a raid going, and we're digging stuff up. Hey, Troll Lord's here with the raid. I'm just getting Dawson got the whole.
It wasn't delayed.
It wasn't delayed this time?
No.
Well, sweet. Maybe I did fix it. We're discussing if I've fixed the delay for my raid sounds. I'm trying to get some sort of little bit of background to get rid of the awkward silenceness here. But then I gotta probably shut it down so it's not too loud. So, hi, welcome to Monster Talk. And give me just a second while I'm hooking things up and taking names. What is it? Okay, no, it looks like it's all right. Sound's not blasting over you. So, hey, everybody, look at that. Dawson, you got some reading to do.
Tabletop Santa said raid. Epic Cam said
how you guys doing? So, we got to start the Weeble effect. So, Dawson, you didn't get to hear this,
what?
Right? We're over at Troll Lord talking about, here, I'm trying to get you so you don't have sun in your, there you go. Going below zero, right? And Dawson's got some pretty good ideas about what, when you go negative on hit points, right?
What were my ideas?
Oh, I don't remember, but you were like saying that when we talk about leveling up and how you get hit points and stuff, and it's like, well, it's like you get too many hit points or whatever. But when you go negative, and I talk about, you should have scars or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about weebles. Hey, here's the quiz. Do you know what a weeble is?
A what?
A weeble.
Weeble?
A weeble.
No.
Weebles wobble.
I know what a weevil is.
No, not a weevil. A weeble.
No.
Weebles wobble, but I've showed you the ad. Jeez, I know I have. It's part of 70s culture. Things are crazy. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Little eggs.
Oh,
like
those things.
Yeah, with like lead in the bottom. That's probably why you probably weren't allowed to sell them anymore. Yeah, they wobble. But they won't fall down, right? Like a PC, right?
Okay.
They don't die, right? So they go below zero.
Uh-huh.
When they come back, what does it need? 7 days rest before they can get 1 hit point back. And that way people have to deal with them and stuff. And that's going to be the Weeble effect. We've got to have to straighten it out. I'll probably go back and look at his stream again to get the exact part or the bits of it. But so we're doing Yeti. You don't know that yet, right?
What?
Yeti.
Okay.
Well, I was watching Troll Lord, and we're debating what to do, right? Because, the crack team of researchers give us a list of 47 different monsters that we'll do.
We
And
pick
then it
something
goes
like
through,
15 minutes beforehand, or you pick something 15 minutes beforehand.
You mean the 47, the list of 47 that gets through the research team
Yes.
sent to New England's
You just
underground
pick something 15
facility.
minutes beforehand.
You're not supposed to tell everybody that we just picked it 15 minutes beforehand. But anyway, we had nothing. And I'm like, you see this little thing on the side that has the little Yeti that's circulating here, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, we didn't have anything yet, so I have to get those things. And they were talking about Bigfoot.
Lavender 92 said not lead depleted uranium.
Nice. That's right. A little focused, a little heavier, nice. You can make that's for those little weevils. They had families of weevils. I didn't get weevils. I was deprived. My parents didn't buy me weevils, but the guy that lived behind us, if you went through the hedge behind our house and into their backyard, they had weevils, and they had the tree house. The weevils tree house.
What?
You know what we didn't have, which you could do? Rules for weevils, right? You come up, give them some attributes and things. No worries, man. +1 weevils. Oh, and actually, I'm pretty sure Yeti's in that book, but we also never checked to make sure they're in here. But I know that Castles and Crusades had one, so let's see. Let's do a battle royale, just to get everybody going there. Drop them into their airplane. Have a big battle. All right. Oh, the Sneebles. Did they make off-brand? See, I was old enough where they still had copyrights on them. Now I'm sure there's something at the dollar store you could get. But what are you doing? Using the actual index?
Yes. That's what I always do.
I thought of another reason. So we try not to bash editions, but when we do bash editions,
Yes,
we
it is
bash
in here.
4th edition, right? Like anybody else. When you look at the index in 4th edition to find something, it's not in alphabetical order. Their
Really?
index is not in alphabetical order. Yes. Let's see. Me too. The M16s were awesome. wait. Weebles had M16s? I missed something. Big Jim. I didn't have Big Jim. I also didn't have G.I. Joe, but I had the Atomic Man. He was in the G.I. Joe universe, I think. He had an eagle eye. You could look through his head and see something. But he didn't come with a treehouse. He came with some, like, Bionic Man facility. But it didn't have the sound. But, who won? Epicam. All right. So here you go. What do we got? Yeti.
Yep, it's in there.
Let's do Yeti 1. See if there might be a Yeti and Fiend as well before you go to 2.
Martian Elgar's asking, how about the Bullet Man?
Bullet Man, like in The Tick? Fire me, boy! Oh! No, did my guy had a clear arm. No, I remember. I hadn't thought about that in a long time. I think he still had Kung Fu grip, but maybe not. Or he might have had the hands that are molded like that. Yeah, these hands. Which I tried to make him. We had this brick chimney, and I tried to make him climb with these hands, and he's hanging on with these, bullet, his rifle hands.
Mm-hmm.
And threw him through the window, buried him. That poor dude.
Didn't you stain his clear arm?
I just crushed cranberries all over him because he died. Because he went through the window. Shut up. You be a kid your way, I'll be a kid my way. Speaking of kids, why don't you read this top part while I go get my old man glasses? I'll be right back.
What? What do you? I don't know anything about this top part.
Hearing and stuff.
They're very rare. 1 to 6 appear. I'm gonna have to read this all again when it gets back. Just say it all again. They move 15 inches.
There you go.
Great. They move 15 inches. Does that mean anything to you?
Whoa, hey, what did I walk into? That's not realistic at all. Oh, you're talking how far they go.
Yes. What? What joke are you trying to make?
I'm not making any jokes. We'll move along. Yes. It's feet when you're down below. It's yards when you're up above. When you're in wilderness. They jumped a semi last time I was there. Oh, Knievel. Oh, yeah. The stunt cycle. And they had obviously planned ahead because Evil, his arms had just one wire that went all the way, and he had like the flesh plastic. So of course you set him on his motorcycle and it looks like this. And he'd fly off, or he'd fly over and his arms would stay hung on or whatever, and they'd be just twisted and all this gnarly stuff. But, you know, like G.I. Joe, he'd break, but Evil would just like get all twisted and bent up. And
Yeah, because they planned him out for people to just smash him into stuff.
or they were cheap, one or the other. But he had a little plastic helmet.
That probably broke.
Yeah, yep, did. Broke his helmet. Moving along, yes.
They're very rare, and they appear in 1 to 6.
Okay.
They have an armor class of 6, so that's what, an armor class of 15 in current edition?
I'm not listening to you. What? 6? Yes. Take 19 minus 6. You'll get 13.
Oh.
But
I don't understand.
give me it. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Why is...
You're gonna hurt yourself. Thaco? You want to do Thaco? We're still just... So actually, for Thaco, you could do, say, he'd have a Thaco of say 19, and then if you had a Thaco of 19 and you ran into him, you'd only have to have a 13
a 20
to hit
is a 19, right? So why isn't a 6 a 15?
What?
A 0 is a 20, yes?
No. 0 is a 19. It depends.
0 is a 19.
It
So
doesn't
wouldn't
quick
6 be
straight.
15?
5th edition doesn't straight go over.
Okay.
So that's why. But it's a 19. 19 minus 6 is 13. At least in the school I went to. That goes real D&D. There you go. But this is before real D&D because this is before Thaco.
I think there's someone else that thinks like you.
What?
Someone lighting Evil Knievel's like with glue.
At the process whether I could share these things or if I'll get in trouble. Yeah, we just took we'd set up crash scenes with the models. And the model glue burns really well too, but if you watch that Cox glow plug, whatever, God, what was that? The airplanes, right? The airplane fuel. It was an alcohol-based fuel, so it burned clear.
King of the world!
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
I got to hear my King of the World. But so you wouldn't see the flame, you just see the smoke and the black smoke coming off the tires and stuff. Until the plastic started burning, and then it was just plastic burning. All right. Are you confused enough yet?
Sure.
All right. So Yeti, I couldn't even. This picture isn't on our thing. There's our Yeti, and now I got my glasses on, so I can't see if that's in focus at all. All right. Good enough. Yeti. Do we have a Yeti? Mini?
I don't know. I know we for sure
We've
have
got a Wampa thing.
Yeah.
We could get that. So you said all this very rare 1 to 6 AC 6. That's as far as you made it.
Yep.
Hit dice 4 plus 4.
Yeah.
2 attacks 1 to 6 1 to 6. Special attack C below. Impervious to cold. Well, go figure.
Troll said Filler said I had a Yeti once, second ex-wife.
Wait, what? Yep, there you go, Bigfoot. And I won't dig into that. I'll send my condolences. Impervious to cold. I get it. But you didn't. Boom. But seriously, ladies and germs, those sounds are my keyboard falling off. So, I thought the Yeti'd just be fun because, well, besides it came up as, you know, Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, have you seen that movie? There's a claymation animated-y movie.
No, I didn't see it because you watched it without telling me.
What is it called? Missing Link, right? Missing Link. It's good. It's cool. And plus, I have a cousin that worked on the animation, so. But it's cool. Where the Bigfoot leaves Washington, and he's got to go somewhere like Iceland or somewhere. I don't know where he goes. Maybe.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. Don't look at me.
Oh, I better not spoil it for you. Anyway.
I walked downstairs and just you and Amber just watching it.
Oh Lord, I'm sorry. You're going to therapy.
I wanted to watch that. Okay.
Oh, he watched the movie that I wanted to watch. I'm in therapy. We gotta follow. Thank you, Ranger.
Thank you.
Inhabiting only regions of icy cold, Yeti are seldom encountered by warm-blooded mankind. Those who do have the misfortune to stumble upon these monsters seldom live. Wait, I mistimed that. Those who do have the misfortune to stumble upon these monsters seldom live to tell the tale, for Yeti are very fond of...
Being alone?
I can see this is going to be a problem. Human flesh.
Oh, what?
They're very fond of human flesh.
Oh.
But already that means, well, what if I'm an elf, right? I mean, what were we doing that didn't eat elves?
The Boulets and the Sirens had things like that.
Boulets. I was watching a thing on, some YouTube-y thing, and, the guy that got, I have like, 60 subscribers. This guy has like millions, and he calls it a bullet.
Uh-huh.
It's like, didn't you watch our show? They're called boulets. But anyway.
We've
lost some of our shows, by the way. We might have lost Boulet.
Oh, we did?
We lost Beholder. We lost the Etten. I think we've even lost Kobolds. So, I didn't save them in time. My VODs, the video on demand, cycles off after like a month and a half. Unless you make a highlight out of it. Well, I'm not going to make... there are no highlights out of this thing, right? It's just one train wreck. But when I remember, I basically edit out the 2 minutes before I've started or whatever and get a highlight, and then it'll last forever. But we missed out. Yeah, Mary Lou Etten. Actually, what did I call my Etten? Yasanosa. Yasser Noser is my Etten. Each head has one name, yes. And they're never truly alone, are they? Uh-oh. Rigged, what won? Did I win something?
Oh, the jump catch game.
Did my guy win something? You can actually drop bombs on that too. Here.
Yes.
And
do they have a Wendigo? That would be fun to cover.
Oh, my keyboard's not working. Gotta work my keyboard. What? Do they have what?
It's just, Varsek mentioned Wendigo. Like, I never thought to look up one of those in the...
I don't know what a Wendigo is. A what?
A Wendigo.
Well, how did I pronounce it?
No, it's something different.
Scrolled off?
It's something different. You don't know what it is.
Is this me being an old man? My keyboard's not working.
Just called not.
I was wanting to hit the bomb and the sounds thing. If someone types in !sounds or !bomb or !commands, it'll tell you what things are. Alright, Yeti attacks with 2 clawing strikes, and if any one of these attacks succeeds with a die score of 20, The
Yeah,
Yeti
that's what I
has
was thinking.
grabbed and squeezed his opponent for 2 to 16 points. Hey, the 8s. Let's see. What the hell song is this? Getting me excited. Getting speeding up. So it does a bear hug, right? 2 to 16 points of additional damage from the chill of the creature. So it's not from this bear hug. It's because he's cold. That's not right. It's a warm-blooded animal. Now, this is just first edition. We'll see how they fix it. There's somebody, a player will have to make them change that at some point. Because they'll have seen Star Wars will have come out after this, and they'll say you can live if you cut open things and sit inside them.
Mm-hmm.
Worse still, if the creature surprised an opponent, a saving throw versus paralyzation must be made, or the victim has looked into the creature's eyes and is rigid with fright for 3 melee rounds and can be automatically struck twice and squeezed by the Yeti. What? What is that?
Sorry, I was looking at the.
You weren't listening to me.
No, I was
I'm
refreshing
turning up
myself on the Wendigo.
I'm gonna sit down there. We got the speakers, but they're like I gotta walk 6 miles to turn them down.
Why are you running those speakers?
Because I put up this shelf here to help.
Oh, why is there another shelf
You
here?
didn't even notice. There's your observation. You've got like a passive perception of like 6.
That's a little high. I told you my wisdom score
We're
is
sitting
my
here.
dumb stat. I don't
We're
understand
sitting
why
here.
you don't get that.
This whole shelf, right here, that whole thing is new, and
only
he's right
noticed-
there. It's right there, and he missed it. But hey.
Only thing I noticed was I couldn't quite see the screen as well anymore.
Oh, I should have. If you changed
No,
that.
leave it alone.
Yeah, because my camera's on there now, huh?
Yeah.
So here, this is what you missed. This is crazy.
Yeah, like Troll said, the Wendigo's the Native American mythological
Oh,
thing.
yeah. How do you pronounce it?
A Wendigo.
Okay, well that's fine.
The
Yeah. There's a movie. Was it Manitou? This old movie. This guy's in
with,
the
like, the-
hospital, and like he gets some
the monster
native
with like
thing.
the deer with antler head.
I don't
Skull.
remember. Yeah,
The
maybe.
skull with
yeah.
the deer antlers in the human
Uh-huh.
body.
It is creepy.
Okay, I didn't watch that movie, but that's a Wendigo.
Yeah, that's why I said it. But here's what you missed. It says, besides that 2 to 16, right? If the creature surprised an opponent, they have to make a save versus paralyzation. Otherwise, if they have looked in the creature's eyes and they're rigid with fright for 3 melee rounds and can be automatically struck twice and squeezed by the Yeti. So they automatically are going to be taking 1d6, 1d6, and 2d8
Okay.
every turn
Okay.
for 3 turns
Okay.
in first edition.
Okay.
They're dead. That won't work.
Okay.
So, oh, look at that, got more, I think. Yeti are nearly invisible until within 10 to 30 feet of their prey. For each level above first, add 5%. Oh. Ready? We need a little blurb that says, warning, D&D calculus coming up. For each level above first, add 5% chance of spotting a Yeti at normal distance. Oh, that's not too bad. I.e., second level character has 5% chance of spotting one.
Wait, so it's not based off your perception?
No, because they didn't have perception.
Why would it not be based off your
Because we
wisdom?
didn't have perception
Why
yet.
not?
Because we were new. We had little things on the table and we moved them around. And then someone said, hey, I should have noticed that. And because can I make a perception roll? And they went, what? You can save. And you would save. Here's what you did. Here, roll that. Let's see if you're surprised. You're surprised.
What? 'Cause I rolled a 1?
Yep. That was it. You're surprised. You just took
But why
3
though?
turns of that. You're frozen in fright.
What if?
Oh
what
no,
if,
but you'd get your save. You're surprised. You still get a save. You get to roll.
What
a
if my
D20.
whole thing is I
Roll a
don't get
D20.
afraid? Was there no such thing?
No, they had a 16. You know what? You probably saved there. You probably saved. Okay, because of their adaptation to cold.
Ranger Harley said, "Roger, that equals surprise."
Exactly. Got your 1. And so then you'd have a surprise round before you...
I know about surprise rounds. It just seems a little...
Look at me, I get to look over
Interesting
my
for
glasses.
the
Hello?
surprise.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems what?
The way just... I understand about surprise rounds and stuff,
Right?
but
But what?
it just doesn't...
Oh, not perceiving? They're
Yeah.
not having... Yeah, exactly. That's
you can
why
just-
they invented the rule. We started... I mean, you wouldn't instantly go, hey there, wouldn't it be interesting if we had this complete structure
Well,
for
you'd
this
think they'd figure that out in beta testing, wouldn't you?
testing? Testing? What happened is people went to Gary's house and he threw all sorts of shit at him and he thought, oh, we need a rule for that. And then if I had a weird thing, I'd send it into Dragon Magazine and it eventually cycled to the right place and they go, hey, that's a good idea. Or that's stupid.
Ranger
But-
Harley said Ranger's surprise 1 to 3 on a d6.
Yeah, see, they're sneaky.
Oh, so the Rangers get a chance of surprising other people. Really
What's funny is
So why wouldn't that
But
be
wait-
stealth?
because it's Ranger Surprise. It sounds like a dessert.
Please tell me at least had stealth.
No, only thieves could walk silently and move silently and stuff.
But
Oh,
that's
no,
what
no, no, that's not true. Rangers could do that, right? There was a percentage. They had a different chance. Just stop it. Because of their adaptation to cold, Yeti are very susceptible to fire, and attacks employing such heat do 50% greater damage. But speaking of your surprise thing, when it says they surprise and they're very silent and all that, and you can't spot them,
Yeah.
it doesn't give them a plus anywhere on their surprise. Or a minus to someone else.
What?
Yeah, anyway. If found in their lair, there's a 30% chance that there is 1 to 3 females there also. And a 15% chance of an additional 2 to 5 young if females are present.
And good evening there, Lord Gazumba.
Does any of that make sense?
What?
Hey, Gazumba. How you doing today?
Yeah, sometimes there's women and sometimes there's children.
No. You got to get the D&D calculus right. If you find them in a lair, there's a 30% chance
Yes.
that there are 1 to 3 females.
Yes.
Also,
Yes.
there's a 15% chance
Mhm.
of an additional 2 to 5 young
Uh-huh.
if
Yeah.
females are present.
Okay.
That'd be a fun
Hey.
logic problem.
Hey, as long as it's not the Sogan.
Sagan, Sahagan. What about them?
As long as it's not that complicated of a...
So I think that one's missing too. We talk about some of our VODs getting lost. You doing good? Awesome. Yeti hit die too low, in my opinion, in old school. Let's see.
was
There's 4
4?
plus 4. 4 plus 4. Well, except there should be being surprised all the time, and their freezing attack thing. They're freezed with fright. And it seems like if you played them right, well, yeah. Especially if you know to do heat damage to them. These bulky 300 plus pound creatures are covered in long white fur. Their eyes are pale blue or almost colorless. Their claws and teeth are ivory white. And that is
so
it
they don't
for
get
Yeti.
stained?
They start off ivory white, and then you can...
I mean, I can understand, like, their claws or whatever keep growing, but, your teeth!
Oh, yeah.
Do they brush their teeth?
No,
I don't know that many,
you don't know many Yetis
I didn't know
brushing their teeth?
Yetis to be known for their dental hygiene.
Yeah, but when they're gnawing on the bones of the flesh of their favorite... the bones of... after eating the flesh of their favorite creature. But again, this is first edition, right? Would guarantee, I bet you in second edition it says something because they said humans were their favorite flesh. They're going to have to say something about elves and dwarves either not being eaten.
Oh, I've just looked at
You've
the second
glanced
edition.
at it and you found out?
They have.
Because you got to, right?
Yeah.
So what we've discovered, let's sum up so we can go in there. Yeah, it should be higher. But here, I bet you it has like 250 hit points if we go to 4th edition, so...
I'll take
Hand me the tome.
Do you have the page?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take the second. I'll have take the
I'll go off the board for 100, Jack. All right.
Yeah, I'll take both those.
You're gonna do Habitat and Society. You get to do the good stuff.
I've always done Habitat and Society. I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
need a wine. It's all right.
I'm not whining. I'm not
Okay.
whining. No, I'm not. I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Because you said
All
that.
right. I got the wall of text.
Why aren't you at elf practice?
Yeah, I put. There is a Bumbles come up. Oh, that's actually part of why I thought Yeti'd be perfect, right? Because what a great time to start thinking of your Christmas session, right? And you know, with your
The one elf walks into a building. Why weren't you at elf practice?
sounds like a bad joke. Elf walks into a bar. Ouch.
Oh, that's worthy of a button, you know? Just something to have.
A Monster Talk T-shirt.
No, just a button. Why weren't you at elf practice? Like the not my job button
Yeah.
type thing?
Oh, where's my buttons? You gonna send me off to get a button? What's the frequency on this?
Of what?
He's very rare still. I lost my buttons. Those buttons are pressed to make sounds.
Yes, he's very rare.
All right. So that is
Oh.
4%. So why do I complain about this every week? Why would they do this?
Oh, what? Do what?
Well, these rare, very rare, and all that. It's 4% when it's all based on a D20, which is a 5% die.
I don't
Why?
know. I don't know. But the funniest thing to me
The funniest
is you only have a 65% chance of encountering a human
in a city.
in a city.
Well, a human that will have an encounter.
All
with.
I'm saying,
They keep to themselves, those damn humans.
you can just. There's only
Okay.
a 65% chance you'll come across a human in a
They're-
city.
Their activity cycle is day. They're carnivores. This is I'll skip stuff where no. Average intelligence 8 to 10. Hell, they might as well be characters. Treasure D, alignment neutral. 1 to 6 still appearing. AC 6 still the same. Movement 15. Same hit dice 4 plus 4. Thaco at 15. So what does that mean? We're gonna get you thacoed up.
What?
What does the Thaco of 15 means?
19 AC?
No,
Or 0?
this is him hitting. 2 hit armor class 0.
2 hit armor class 0.
That's Thaco.
Okay.
So here he is. We don't have him.
Thaco
Here, he's
15?
going to be represented by this white die.
So is that a +5 to attack?
It's a Thaco of 15. If he's a 0, so and then say he comes across this blue die, and that blue die has an AC of 3.
What?
What does it take to hit him? He hits pretty good. AC Thaco 15 is pretty good.
That's him hitting, yes?
That's what he'd take to hit a 15
That's
or
what
hit
he
a
attacks.
AC 0.
That's him attacking.
Him attack with
So-
his 2 claws
They hit AC 0.
to hit an AC 0. He'd need a 15.
He gets +5 to attack, right?
No. No. So if I'm an AC 3, then all I would need is a 12 to hit him.
So he needs a 5 to hit him.
Moving on.
I don't understand.
I will do a Thaco because actually I was on a Facebook thing, you know, like old school D&D or something like that. And there's this guy, he's explaining all this big huge thing for Thaco. It's like, dude, just add the guy's AC or subtract it from the whatever and you get the number. But
What?
number attacks too. 1 to 6, 1 to 6. He's got a squeeze attack. He's immune to normal cold. He used to be immune to any cold. Now it's just normal cold. So magical cold can hurt him. He's invisible in snow and ice. He's 8 feet tall.
Invisible?
An elite morale. And he has an experience point value of 420.
Did you just say invisible?
I said invisible.
He just can't be seen in snow behind with snow and ice.
Hey, perfect blended.
That wouldn't make him invisible.
Or maybe he shuts his eyes and you can't see him. Why don't we read on?
I have grapes.
Grapes?
Grapes.
Grapes. I thought you had grapes.
Why would I have
I
grapes?
have no idea what you're talking about. You kids today, I have no idea what your kids are talking about. Sometimes confused with the Abominable Snowman. Hang on.
Go to the appendix.
I'm gonna look. Oh, okay. You think there's... how can he be confused with something that doesn't exist? Let's see if they have him in here. They do not have an Abominable Snowman, so therefore he can't be confused with it. Oh, guess what?
He could be confused for it.
No, I lost my page.
It was like...
Yeah, I know.
one-
But I went back to the here, I'll get him. It's a Y. W comes before Y, right?
Yes.
W, X. Why do you think the letters are in that order? Do you think it's because of that song? Okay.
Probably. Or probably they made the song. You could probably go JKA. Now I know my JCBs.
Don't hurt yourself.
You could just make you could take that song and just put it to any combination.
You done?
Sure.
All right. Let's see. Actually, we need to. I haven't done one of these yet. We put the slideshow big there. We started with that once. And we go back to that. Sometimes confused with the Abominable Snowman, the Yeti is a distant cousin to the great carnivorous apes of warmer climates.
Appendix.
No. Appendix
Please.
is... No. I'm looking up ape and then carnivorous apes. I remember they were like blue or something.
What?
I don't know. They're blue apes. Okay, fine. I'll confuse them for the apes of warmer climate. An adult Yeti stands 8 feet tall and is covered in long white fur. Their feet and hands are wide and flat, which help to disperse their great weight, which is about 300 pounds, on treacherous snow fields. They travel on all fours like the apes, but fight very comfortably standing erect. Unlike most apes and gorillas, the Yeti does not have an opposite toe on its feet.
What?
I'll repeat. Unlike most apes and gorillas, the Yeti does not have an opposable toe.
Thank you.
Did I say opposite?
Yes.
Opposable toe on its feet. But still, why not? And
Because they have human feet. Because they don't need to climb
because they leave
trees?
human big feet prints. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
All right, so they look just like a so they look just like a big ass human, which is why when you follow this Bigfoot, it's like, look, it's just like a big foot. That calls for. Oh, my keyboard's not working, is it? Is it working
The
yet?
light bulbs, though.
I know the light's on, but nobody's home. Let's try it. See, hear that? It's like.
Why do you disconnect it before you type?
I didn't disconnect it.
I heard it go ba-ding and then you typed.
Well, I didn't disconnect it. It disconnected.
There, it's in now.
It's after me.
Quick, you can type it in right now.
You type it in.
I don't have the keyboard.
So remind me to fix that so we can do our special stuff. So if you type in exclamation point sounds, or yeah, anyway.
Yep. These are the things you can.
No opposable toe on its feet. They wear no clothing. It's just some crazy guy running around the woods. They wear no clothing or ornamentation. They smell. Nope. Sorry. I got ahead of myself. The spore or smell of a Yeti is very subtle in cold climates. But in confined or warm areas, they have a strong musky odor. How would you figure that out? Let's capture him and bring him to this warm place and see what he smells like. That's it. That's...
Either that or they captured him, brought him back to the camp, stuck him in a tent, and like, it stinks now.
Some guy blamed it on him. It's not me. It's that thing.
Yep.
It's that big thing. The eyes of a Yeti are icy blue or almost colorless. Their claws and flesh are ivory white, so that didn't change. Unlike many Arctic creatures, the Yeti does not have a thick layer of body fat to keep it warm. Instead, it relies upon special properties of its thick, warm fur.
Wait,
Well,
no blubber?
Wait.
It's just muscle? It's all...
No, you're missing the whole thing. The first edition guy
Yeah?
does cold damage when he does that hug, right?
Okay.
Because he's cold inside, because of his extreme cold. This thing has him trying to stay warm. So how would he be dealing cold damage if he's actually warm? They fixed him.
Would be my answer for you.
Okay, whoever knew something about warm-blooded animals. Okay. Instead, it relies upon special properties of thick, warm fur. It has a transparent second eyelid.
Transparent?
Why'd they come up with that? It has a transparent second eyelid, which allows the creature to see in blowing snow. Okay, it's got goggles.
Wait, why not just have that be a permanent thing?
Because it's a second eyelid.
Why would it be a second eyelid? Why couldn't you just make, instead of making a second eyelid,
that's
just
how
make it so they don't ever
works.
need to close or open their eyes?
That's how evolution works.
Yeah, but wouldn't that just make their normal eyelid that?
No, because if he ever ends up in warm climates. See, Spock. You haven't seen when Spock had a second set of eyelids?
No.
Oh, dude. Never mind. I'll show it to you. He'd forgotten all about them. It was instinctual.
Yeah. Let me guess. It was in the TV show, right?
Of course, it's in the TV show. Anyway, it prevents his eyes from freezing in extreme temperatures. So there you go. The Yeti. What are you doing?
Okay.
You got something to fiddle with. Okay. What do they call those things now?
Paper.
Fidget spinners.
No.
Or fidgety. You got a fidgeter.
No.
Combat.
I have a clip.
The Yeti is a fierce hunter of the polar regions. It stalks its prey and lays in an ambush, attempting to gain surprise. A favorite trick is to get ahead of its prey and lie in a depression in the snow, or dig a shallow pit and cover itself with snow. Wait. I'm going to tell you how dumb this is in a second.
Okay.
Because, for a reason, I'm not dumb, but short-sighted of the Yeti, because he's only of average intelligence. But you see if you figure the flaw in this guy's logic, Mr. Yeti.
Read it.
So he digs a shallow pit and covers himself with snow.
Yeah.
Such works can be detected only by natives of the Arctic regions, and then only 25% of the time.
Okay.
Against the snow, the Yeti is invisible due to its coloration until its prey is 10 yards away.
Okay.
Under a thin layer of snow, it is completely invisible.
Okay.
Okay, so it already says he's invisible. Completely invisible. But if he buries himself...
Yes.
Well, then they got a 25% chance of seeing him.
Yes, but that's to keep warm. That's when they're not trying to hunt.
No. He's burying himself because it's this trick to kind of...
No, read it.
A favorite trick is to get ahead of its prey and lie in a depression in the snow, or dig a shallow pit to cover itself with snow.
Oh.
So he's like, hey, I'm invisible. I better give him a chance and cover myself up.
Okay.
Right? So obviously he's not really invisible. So there's a mistake on that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
But, all right. And, all right. Where was I? Any opponent surprised by a Yeti must save risk paralyzation or go rigid with fright for 3 rounds.
And die.
Indicating that he has looked into the icy blue depths of the Yeti's eyes. An opponent that is paralyzed in this way can automatically be hit by both claws and squeezed. So that's the same, although...
Haha, insecure.
But I don't understand... I mean, it's a death gaze? I mean, a paralyzation gaze? It's just like, oh my gosh, it's a Yeti. I mean, I'm a hero, right? I faced all these things, and it's just like...
I think it's supposed to be a gaze of paralyzation. Being the way they worded it in this edition, anyways.
Although the Yeti does have fangs, 1 to 4 points of damage, it does not usually attack with them, preferring to use its formidable claws. If any hit with claws is made with a natural 20, the victim is pulled in for a chilling squeeze.
Uh-oh.
See, still a chilling squeeze. The creature's fur actually... Okay, so they have fixed it.
Okay, they did.
The creature's fur actually absorbs heat, making it extremely cold if contacted. 2 to 16 points of damage if squeezed.
They what?
It sucks the heat out of you, their fur does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's what it does. The heat-absorbing property of the Yeti's fur can work against it. Damage from heat is 50% greater than normal. Okay, so that's why the damage is more. See? They fixed it. Here, Habitat and Society. Let me fix my keyboard.
Alright. Ranger Harley said, old trick, paralysis, then bury you.
Yeah, then bury you for the thing. But so I didn't get... So, let me see if I'm getting this wrong, though. If it says in the stat blocks, invisible in the snow.
Yes.
He's in the snow.
Yes.
Therefore, he's invisible.
Yes.
So he's going to run ahead of you.
Yes.
Dig a hole in the snow.
Yes.
Hide under the snow.
Yes.
Where now I can see that he's dug in the snow. When I couldn't have seen him before.
Yes.
Okay. Just seeing if I got it right.
I don't know.
Okay.
Habitat and Society. Although the Yeti is of average intelligence, it has no civilization. They can use simple tools, including man-made weapons, but will not make any themselves.
I refuse to make one myself.
Yeti live in ice caves and hills and mountains. Sometimes these are natural, sometimes they are excavated by the Yeti or enlarged
They dig
to
holes.
accommodate the family.
The fam needs a place to live.
Most Yeti treasure consists of items recovered from the bodies of explorers.
Wait, they're wearing stuff now?
But the treasure that they have is just crap that fell off the people they ate.
There was no reason in the old days to have anything, to attack anything except for to get its treasure. There really was, and to get experience points. I'm trying to fix my keyboard here. Go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna think. They enlarge their caves.
Yeah, with their claws.
But they don't. Yeah, okay.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
You're bashing the Yeti? That's my job. No, just kidding. Why won't my keyboard work?
Life is harsh in the Arctic.
Life is harsh in the Arctic.
And friends and food are hard to find.
Friends and food? You're making that up.
I am not.
You're making it
I
up.
am not.
You are so. Well, did you get this part first?
I read all that.
Life is harsh in the Arctic, and friends and food are hard to find. Well, they don't look for friends. I can just hear, what's the guy from Mutual Omaha? Marlon Perkins.
Making survival and reproduction the Yeti's only goals. The Yeti will associate only with its immediate family.
Yeah,
The young leaving to fend for themselves as soon as they mature. Family usually consists of an adult male with 1 to 3 females and 50% chance. Okay, they've changed it. A family usually consists of 1 adult male with 1 to 3 females.
That's the same.
And a 50% chance of 1 to 6 young.
Oh, it used to only have
if females are present.
You used to have 15% chance of having a female and 30% chance of having young, right?
Yes.
Or is it vice versa? 30%
Yes,
chance.
yes. No, that's what it was. 30% chance of
So that's just they're happier family now, right?
In an attacking group, the largest Yeti is the male. The next largest ones are his mates, and any others are small males or females that are due to leave the family soon.
Is my cursor in the right place?
Is it where? I don't see it at all.
Okay.
Oh, yep, you're typing it in.
No, I don't know what you stopped me midway.
Beattlero.
What do I need to... Oh. There, like that?
Yes.
There you go.
You did it.
I had to type that from blindness. Alright, there you go.
Ecology.
I just can't get this image out of my head of you gotta show you the Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, because I mean it's just like the Arctic is a harsh. Oh, you have to have the Jacques Cousteau accent or something, right? That'd sound good. The Arctic is a harsh place. That isn't my Jacques
And
Cousteau.
friends and family are hard to find.
And friends and family are hard to find. Yet the Yeti makes do.
making survival and reproduction the Yeti's only goals.
Unless he finds human flesh. They haven't addressed it. They haven't addressed about the human
I'm ready.
flesh.
Are you ready for ecology?
Are they going to address... Not if they're not going to address the human flesh.
Any living creature not of its family is considered potential food, including other Yeti.
Including other Yeti?
Yes.
Well, that doesn't... No wonder they have no... Well, then why are they looking for friends?
I don't know. This does not make them foolhardy. Only a starving Yeti will attack an
Johnny
obviously
Nomad,
stronger party. Their typical diet consists of herd creatures such as caribou, bears, wolves, and other creatures inhabiting the snowy mountains in which they live.
I thought it was hard to find friends. Sounds like there's all sorts of things there if you want to be
For
friends.
them to eat.
Oh.
The Yeti may turn to scavenging in hard times.
Well, what is the caribou going to eat?
No, they eat the
Snow?
caribou. I don't know. It's what it says.
Alright. Sorry. We're being negative. Let's support the Yeti in his harsh
They
life.
range across a wide area in search of food, usually 15 miles.
What a harsh life it is.
In
for the
all
poor
directions
Yeti.
from their lair.
Especially without opposable toes.
Yeti claws and teeth have value only because of the rarity of the creature.
Your only reason those claws are valuable
To go
is 'cause-
hunt them is for their rarity.
So actually,
They sell for about a gold piece a tooth or claw on the open market.
so that's why Yukon Cornelius took his teeth out. Dude, that's your module. We're gonna have to make that's the module I'm gonna make.
Yeti Fur is another story. It is prized by those living in cold climates for its extraordinary ability to keep its wearer warm. Full-grown Yeti pelt can fetch up to 300 gold pieces on the open market.
They're making a mistake there, because you know what?
What?
That they said that the fur sucks the heat out. They could have refrigerators. Because that fur would suck the heat out of things. So,
Yep.
So that's what it should be valuable for.
Yep, that's the Yeti.
That's it?
Yep. The Yeti is actually rather quite short for second edition.
It is short for a second, because everybody knows about Yeti. We're supposed to already know Yeti. Alright, so we're up to 3?
Yes.
Alright, throw that on the heap. You're so scared. Don't touch it. There's not a Yeti in Bean Folio?
No, I looked.
Oh! Actually, usually this is a good point. Between 2 and 3 is a good time to do
Monster?
Castles and Crusades. And we left a whole big blank spot on our screen. What am I looking up? Yeti?
Yes. So unless you want to do Crusades.
Yeah, do Crusade now.
I don't remember if the appendix was in the front or the back.
It's under Y. They have monsters up top. It says monsters Y. Monsters W. Here. See? S monsters. It's a nice,
Some
easy
of them
to
have
find.
the table of context, some of them have an appendix. I don't remember.
That's a great idea. Table of context. I want one of those. What's the context? X.
Tent, sorry. Pardon me.
Where am I? Oops, I went past it. Z. There's Yeti. There he is. Where am I at? There's Yeti. We're in Castles and Crusades now, which would be Shades of 2, Shades of 1, Shades of 3. Let's see what we got going. And I still don't have a keyboard, so that's just a drag. Yeti. Number 1. Size large, 9 feet. Hey, he's got more hit dice. 5 hit dice. So still probably should go up to 6 with Lord Gazumba. And actually, I think Lord Gazumba, what night is it? Thursday. He's probably started his stream by now.
Yeah, he said something that he was going to go in half an hour back when he was talking.
Oh. AC 14. So he's got a little stronger defense than the other. Moves 40 feet. 2 fists. 1d10.
Okay.
Immune to cold. Immune to incapacitate and reduced damage. Okay.
You know, this whole thing about them being immune to cold, I'm just kind of don't understand why they don't have a culture if they don't have to worry about being cold.
Yeah, why they have to eat so much and why they worry about keeping warm.
Yeah.
Because they aren't immune to cold. They are well designed to handle cold.
I understand
No,
that.
but that's what, I mean, that's how it should be described. We weren't that smart when we were little kids. Or younger. Or older.
Forever.
Ever. The Yeti is a mysterious creature, living alone in the most desolate of Arctic climes. They are tall, great creatures with snow-white fur. Uh-oh. We had a whole discussion on great. You know, like a great sword or a great axe. It's like, well, what's so great about it? Like, is it bigger? Is it sharper? Is it... So, just using the word great. I won't go into the great, though. Their head is like that of a gorilla, but for its coloration. They are aggressive, territorial, and ill-tempered. They thoroughly enjoy the taste of human flesh. The Yeti speaks no discernible language. That's why they don't have a civilization, buddy. They don't talk.
Alrighty then.
Nah, I don't know. Even fish school, though, right?
Yeah.
The lair of the Yeti will be littered with the look at the bones of the dead bodies of its past victims. These may be animal as well as human. Any treasure carried by past victims may be found here, but the Yeti does not collect treasure. Combat. When attacking, the creature uses its great fists to pummel opponents. A successful hit incurs 1d10. And it can attack twice, I think. Let's see.
So it has double. So each hand is a two-handed longsword in 5th edition.
Except that then you'd be changing. You're equating 5th edition hit points to Castles and Crusade hit
I'm
points.
just comparing it to what I know.
Okay. Incapacitate. If a 20 is rolled on an attack roll, the victim must pass a Constitution check or be knocked unconscious. Oh, that's cool. They'll remain so for 2 to 4 rounds, minus any Constitution bonus, with a minimum of 1 round. An unconscious victim will be stepped on by the Yeti. No to hit roll needed. This will inflict 2d10 points of damage, less if the victim is lying in heavy snow, up to half, educated by the CK. That's because snow compresses. The reason I didn't die when I fell off that cliff I told you about when I was snowboarding was because right at the bottom it gave way. The Yeti cannot attack with its fist and step on someone in the same round. Okay. Immune to cold. Cold-based spells have no effect. Fires 50% more, so that's the same. Blunt weapons do only half damage due to the thickness of the creature's hide. This one has blubber and blubber below.
They added blubber.
So
it was weird that they
Castles
didn't
and
have blubber
Crusades
before.
blubber. Yep, and Castles and Crusade fixed that. Gave them some blubber. But, so that was kind of there was some differences between 1st and 2nd D&D in there, but fairly similar. Let's see what 3rd does. We're in appendixes. This book feels like it's falling apart now. I should pull out
Why is it doing
3.5. Well, here you go. We don't have a Yeti.
There's none in 4th. I already looked.
Well, that'll slow us or speed us up.
There's one in 5th.
Is there a
though.
Bigfoot or how about a Sasquatch?
I didn't look for that.
I'll look for a Sasquatch. Soggin? How about apes?
There's no appendix.
No, dude,
Fourth.
that appendix you can't use 4th edition appendix. It just lists things by
I know.
monster order or what's that called? CR. I've got apes. I think I can look up under ape 193. Why would ape be in the back? It's in the appendix here. So let's look that up. Ape. Badger ape. Nope. They don't have him.
There's
So
hold up.
so he's gone away. Third edition does not have a Yeti.
Yeah.
I mean, in this book. I mean, in the
So
main core.
I looked in fourth. I looked at like Abominable Snowman, Abomination. There's Tarask, and there's less about Tarask than there's I think anything I've seen.
Does that hurt your feelings?
I don't know. It's just Tarask like the big bad thing.
Well, he is now. I'd never even heard
In
of him
fourth-
when first edition. I'd never even heard of him.
There's more about
I mean-
an Angel of Valor than a Tarask.
Well, of course. I have no idea why. Alright. But that saves us some time on looking up third edition.
There's more about a bear than there is a Tarask in fourth edition.
Because you can make up stuff about a bear. I mean, about a Tarask, but there's information about
All I'm saying, but that's
it.
not me.
So nothing in 4? You want me to look?
If you want to, there's nothing in there.
There's got to be in third. I don't know why there isn't. Where else would it be? You looked under Y, right?
Mhm.
1T. I mean, I know that that there's stats for him,
They're
but
the
and I'm
only
sure
one-
that he's in a book somewhere, but he's not in the cores. And I guess I wonder if he's in my first edition stuff. I mean, my the booklets. Yeti. Have we seen Yeti come up in there?
I haven't.
Okay. How about ape? Or giant? No, he's not giant. I mean,
Fifth edition has two types of Yetis, though. It has the Yeti and the Abominable Yeti, both
So-
under Yeti, but
well, there you go. So we'll use
it
them.
has the Yeti and the Abominable Yeti.
Ooh,
After
Bumbles bounce.
the first two editions being like, there is no the pole.
Yeah, well, so they-
the thing.
we had him. There was lots of them. Now he's gone. So let's go here. Hang on. There we go. Let's get him. And let's get back to him. Well, who knows? Maybe we'll be shorter today. There you go. What is it? Look into our gem. There.
Look into the crystal ball.
There you go.
My magical
Can we-
crystal
can-
ball. It shows me for being good or bad.
What? You talking?
Just making a joke.
Is there a crystal ball that tells you if you're good or bad? Oh, here you go. This is a quote from Callista Hawk of the Emerald Enclave. On your guard! That's not the wind howling. Okay, apparently that's a Yeti. Yeti, large monstrosity, chaotic evil.
What? How did they become evil?
They were neutral creatures, weren't they?
Yeah, they just did their own thing.
So they went away, right? They existed in first edition, second edition.
Yep.
Then they disappeared out of the lore, right?
Of
Out of the tomes, right?
of
So
of
if you think about
forgotten of. Yes.
of the core books.
Yes.
So if you look at it like these are all, if they're all of the same world, right? Even though technically each one's a different game, but obviously it's all one living game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So out of the lore of the game, they disappeared. And now they've come back, and they went away as a neutral animal, and now they're a large monstrosity, chaotic evil. Armor class 12, so they're actually easier to hit than they were, right?
Uh-huh.
Hit points 51, 60, 10, plus 18. So that's like 10th level of some sort, right? Because, I mean 6th level. That's like, that's about the same. Still 6 hit dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus 3 per...
Well, originally they were like 4, and then they were 6. I
Look,
think.
no, you know what it is? They're just fighters. Look, 6d10 plus 18, right?
Yeah.
Well, 6d10 would be level 6,
Yeah.
right? You'd get 3 per level if your con's what it is. His con's a 16. So that's
Yeah.
18 points. So he's just a 6th level fighter, right?
Yep. Hey there, Rock.
Hey, Rock. Uh-oh. Yeah, I see it. This thing's got a message thing which seems silly. I'm not running anything funky. It's probably something else going on in our house. But once we start lagging, everything gets messed up. That's probably why my keyboard's messed up. Oh, but anyway. So it's just a 6th level fighter. Skills, perception +3. That would be based on his wisdom, right? So,
yes.
But so his wisdom would give a +1 here. 6th level, would he gain ever?
He would have gained 1 set to add +2 to any one thing.
Yeah,
Or to
he's already
+2 to one thing or +1 for 2 things.
No, but so how do we base perception? It's 10.
Yes.
Plus
your wisdom modifier.
But plus your
proficiency. So
what's a 6th level fighter get for proficiency?
Let me go get my player's handbook.
I'll get that. So it's +2
I think
until it gets
+3.
there. So he'd be +3. So he's less than a 6th level fighter for that, right?
Yeah.
That I think's a mistake, right? He should be. If he lives in the wild, he should have a better perception than that. Stealth +3. So now his stealth is only +3. He used to be invisible. Now he's just got a +3 stealth.
That's a little weak.
That's weak. He's still got immunities to cold. Dark vision 60 feet. Passive perception of 13.
Matches his actual perception.
He's just perception. Language is Yeti. They speak a language now.
Ooh, that's good.
Challenge rating of 3. Ring of Fear of Fire. The Yeti takes fire damage. It has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the end of the next turn. If the Yeti takes fire damage, he gets disadvantage. Keen Smell. He has advantage on wisdom checks that can rely on smell. Okay, so you get the roll with a +3 twice. So that's at least okay. Snow Camouflage. The Yeti has advantage on dexterity stealth checks to hide in snowy terrain. Okay, I mean that's making more sense of making it a regular beast.
Yeah.
And not a mythical thing that's more than it really is, right? So that's realistic. They're making it more realistic, actually. Multi-attack. Can use its chilling gaze and makes 2 claw attacks. Its claws a +6 to hit.
Rock said Yeti speaks Yeti.
Yeti speaks Yeti.
And Ranger Harley said there's a reference to Abominable Yeti in 5th edition Waterdeep and Icewind Dales.
Yeah, he's in here. But I wonder what... I mean, he's gone from... Now I want to go dig up my 3.5.
Do you have the companions for those? The companion monster manuals? For 3rd and 4th?
No, I didn't. I don't have all those bought. I have some. Skills and powers. I don't think... It's never been needed to dig up, so... I mean, obviously, just like we changed monsters, I mean, you can make them up for those editions, but that's not what Monster Talk is.
I mean, if we were just going on that, but if you're on the
Just on the
mindset,
core,
just make
basically.
up monsters, you just get the 2nd edition monster manual, and the conversions to whatever edition you play.
You again saying that 2nd edition is the best.
Of course.
I totally agree. And actually, the Yeti in there might be more on the Yeti in the 3-ring binder, but I'm not sure. Claws, 1 target, slashing damage. It does 1d6 plus 3. No, sorry. 1d6 plus 4 slashing damage plus 3 or 1d6 cold damage. See, it's still dealing cold damage.
Let me see.
It's claw. It's still dealing cold damage. It's doing piercing stuff or whatever, slashing. Right? The slashing, but it's also dealing cold damage. So it's got something in it that's sucking out the heat.
You could basically... That's basically just like a 6th level fighter fighting with short swords of cold damage.
Yes. But that's all oh no, I'm destroying the game for you.
You've begun!
No! I'm
No!
sorry. No, that's just that's why a DM's so important. Because if you boil him down to a computer game, that's what he is. Which is why when you have a DM that gets to play him
with the fur
as a
coat,
beast,
with the fur coat with plus whatever AC.
Chilling Gaze. Let's see how they 5th edition this. It targets one creature it sees within 30 feet. If the target can see the Yeti, the target... Oh! So look at that. He has a magic gaze now. He does have a chilling gaze.
Ranger Harley said it. If Chilling Gaze does work, the Yeti gains advantage on next attack. And it's an automatic crit on a hit. Just to lay it out.
Yeah, so that's what when you start saying these things are underpower part here, it's like that's because he's going to have advantage, so it doubles his odds of getting it pretty much.
Yep.
And make a save versus DC 13 con. Against this magic, or take 3d6 cold damage and then be paralyzed for 1 minute.
Ooh.
A minute. That's many melee rounds.
That's 10 rounds of combat, right?
Yeah, that's 60 seconds. 6 seconds a turn times 10. A round. Yes. And how many combats go 10 rounds? It's like this line in Top Gun.
What kind of check
Bullshit,
is it?
3 minutes. This thing's not going to last 2 or whatever.
Yeah. What kind of check is it to not see the guys?
Con save. It's magic. It's not. You're not trying not to see his eyes. He's now casting.
Okay.
He's picking a target, and he picks one creature within 30 feet, and he can do that on every turn because he's multi-attack. It says can use Chilling Gaze and make 2 attacks. Oh shit! Arrows.
And they come in 1 to 6. They come usually more than 1.
No, not anymore. They don't.
Oh no.
Well, let's see. Where does it say? Different stat blocks. We'll see in a second.
Ranger.
The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect. Okay, so at least he has 10 rounds to get out of it.
Ranger Harley said yes, bury you for later eating.
Exactly. Now that's what I said. They've made him much more creature-like, less just like you say. The old ones, when you talk about ruining it, it's like they are much more like just stats that do different things until you flesh them out. And so what I've noticed about as you go through the editions, that we make fun of all the little short-sighted stuff on the rules, but they're all trying to take little steps to help you who've never seen a Yeti play it more like a creature that is a Yeti to make it,
Yeah.
If the target saving throw is successful, it ends the effect. The target is immune to the Chilling Gaze of all Yetis, but not Abominable Yetis, for 1 hour when it makes the save. Uh-oh. But not the Abominable. Well, why don't I just read now the Yeti description before I go into the differences in the Abominable.
Okay. And then I can read some of it too if you want.
Okay, I'll have you read the... You can go over the Abominable's stuff here. We'll figure it out. Yeti. In 5th edition, I just always love, tends to have a really good description going on. What you got?
One 10 chill gazes.
With all the kids? They're not listing the kids in this one. That's 2nd edition.
They've even listed.
Let's see if they have the hub.
The other.
Let's see, it might. A Yeti's windborne howl sounds out across the remote mountains, striking fear into the hearts of the scattered miners and herders that dwell there. These hulking creatures stalk alpine peaks in a ceaseless hunt for food. Why? It's not cold to them. Their snow-white fur lets them move like ghosts against the frozen landscape. A Yeti's icy simian eyes can freeze its prey in place. Because it has ape eyes, okay? Keen hunters. You want to read Keen Hunters and Terrifying Howlers? Here.
Sure.
That way I can see if I can get my keyboard working.
Folks of the high peaks travel in groups and go armed, knowing that Yetis can smell living flesh from miles away.
I smell flesh.
When it finds prey, a Yeti moves quickly over ice and stone to claim its meal, howling to the thrill of the hunt. Even in a blizzard, the scent of its quarry draws the Yeti through the cold and snow. Yetis hunt in solitude or in small family groups. When creatures flee from a Yeti or engage it in battle, other Yetis might catch scent of the blood and close in. The territorial Yetis fight one another for the spoils of such battles. The Yetis slain in the fight are also eaten amid the
It's just a whole eating fest.
howls. Yes.
It's a eating frenzy. Sharks of the mountains.
Before an avalanche, then terrifying blizzards, yes?
What's it called? Terrifying what?
Howlers.
Terrifying howlers.
Before an
Is that a terrifying howl?
No.
Okay, what's the terrifying? Let's hear your Yeti howl.
A woo. I don't know.
No, that sounds too wolfish.
Yeah, it's kind of gotta be like a. You gotta go like a guttural scream. Yeah, there you go. But like, take that, amplify it, like. There you go.
There's a good one. Echoes through this. That's good. I think I found my inner Yeti. You scared?
No, just.
I scared you. Troller Games won the Battle Royale.
Winner, chicken dinner.
I should do that as you go. Have a Patreon thing that I'll give out one sound effect a week. Sorry.
Before an avalanche, a blizzard, or a deadly frost, the Yeti's howls sweep down the mountain slopes on the icy wind. Some people of the Alpine peaks believe the voices of loved ones kill in avalanches and blizzards. Sound out in the wails of the Yetis, crying warnings of ill omen.
Well, see, the thing is, you know what? Whenever they do that, that gives off the hint for in real life, right? Back in the old days, right? If somebody went out, say they're skiing or whatever, and whatever they did they probably weren't skiing way back then, right?
Right.
But they went out wherever, gone out to, and they never were found again, right? Because maybe they slid off in an avalanche that carries them way far away from the small village. So in the spring they don't thaw out, they don't find them. There's nothing with them, right? Or they're late enough that they're just bones, and in the medieval times you can't tell who the hell they were, right? So you go, they were that's probably where the Yetis got them. You'd have to, at the bottom of an avalanche slope, you'd store all the bones and stuff. You say, this must be a Yeti spot.
Some people have
Okay, Biggie Paw. Thanks for coming by. Yeah. Sorry you're not feeling good. Actually just got a booster, so I don't know how that's gonna make me feel.
Some people of the Alpine peaks believe that the voices of loved ones killed in avalanches and blizzards sound out in the wails of Yetis, crying warnings of ill omen. More pragmatic folk attest that the Yeti's howl is a reminder that despite the great accomplishments of civilization, the civilized become the hunted in nature's untamed domain. Yeah.
What? You can't make those sounds?
No.
Just breathe in.
I swear that the not before you did the seal. I swear that's the sound they used for the rock in the Sinbad, in that old Sinbad movie.
Maybe they did.
Either that or it was the dark crystal thing you showed me.
Oh God.
I don't remember.
Where'd you read?
The two you wanted me to read.
What were they?
You look.
Keen Hunters?
And
Terrifying.
I read that one.
Well, they're also brutal rampagers.
Okay.
When mountain herds are abundant, Yetis stay clear of humanoid realms. Driven by hunger, they attack humanoid settlements in waves, breaking down gates and stockade walls that once might have daunted them, then devouring the creatures within. So that's like wave 1. right? That's your... What game is it you play that? Is it Call of Duty? Wave 2. Or no, what is it that has waves? But you know what I mean, when you play your defend whatever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I know what you mean. There's a mode like that in Red Dead Online.
that's right, we're defending the fort.
Yes.
Alright.
The fort's not in there right now because they still have all the Halloween defend the cities right now.
Okay. Devious mountain folk sometimes use the Yetis as unwitting weapons. A warlord might lay down slaughtered sheep or goats to draw Yetis into an enemy's camp, sowing chaos and thinning the ranks before battle. That's a good idea. Mountain clan chiefs, wanting to expand their territory, overhunt local game to diminish the Yeti's food supplies, inspiring attacks on humanoid settlements that are swiftly annexed in the aftermath.
Ranger Harley said, "Psst, Tactic 3. Grab meal and run. No Yeti movement."
So that's what I'm playing a character in. I guess the Saturday game I have this week. He's basically writing a monster manual. So that's what he oh, note. They do this. Grab that. Ooh, an evil man would do this. Abominable Yetis. An abominable Yeti is larger than a normal Yeti, standing 3 times as tall. Holy crap, that would make them, what, 27 feet tall?
Like, what's the move for the normal Yeti? Because Ranger says they now move 40.
Normal Yeti moves 40.
Yeah. They run fast now. Remember, they used to be
But why is
slow.
Abominable is 27 feet tall then, right? If he's 3 times as tall, but doesn't go any faster. It must be because he steps deeply in the snow. Let's find out.
Yeah, but the Yeti...
Oh, 3 times as tall as a human. Okay, that's different. That's 18 feet, so that's not 3 times as tall as a Yeti. So that's 15 feet probably.
Yeah.
15 to 18.
They're a lot more nimble now.
In typical lives, it typically lives and hunts alone, though a pair of abominable Yetis might live together long enough to raise young. These towering Yetis are highly territorial and savage, attacking and devouring any warm-blooded creatures they encounter, then scattering the bones across the ice and snow. So they are 11d12 plus 66. Their con is 22. So they'd be they're 11th level barbarians. Yes. 11th level barbarians.
Stop comparing it.
I'm ruining it for you. Well, except with rage wouldn't give you immunity; it would give you half, right?
Yeah.
Or it would? Oh. So it's barbarian rage against cold with dark vision. Passive perception's up to 15. Still has the fear of fire, keen smell, snow camouflage, multi-attack, claw. This is basically on steroids. Though it has cold breath, Recharge 6. Got recharges. To roll to see if we get it recharged.
Okay.
The Yeti exhales a 30-foot cone of frigid air. What's a cone of cold?
Huh?
Is that cone of cold? Is that 30-foot range? I know. What is it? 30
I don't know. I haven't used it. Auto use cold damage.
Is it 30-foot cone?
Auto use cold damage. Fire and lightning exist. I don't know what's up. If you play a wizard, do you want to freeze things or do you want to blast them to smithereens?
You know the answer to that. I got given the keys to the fireball last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Fireball.
Blew the crap out of everything around me. Fireball? What? I can use fireball?
Well, yeah, and
And more fireballs.
Well, with what was it?
Perhaps a few more fireballs.
With Rollmaster, you aren't limited to.
With
spell.
Rollmaster, Fireball was cheaper for me to cast than the teleport or whatever.
Yep.
It's cheaper for me to kill everybody around than try to escape them.
Yes.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But the cold breath exhales a 30-foot cone of frigid air. I think it's probably like freezing or ice air instead of. Oh my gosh, it's a little cold. Ooh. Oh, that's frigid.
Oh, so frigid.
Each creature in that area must make a DC 18 con save.
And with cold breath or something? Oh no, it's cold of
Cold breath. Taking 45 or 10d8 cold damage on a failed save. Holy crap. So wait a minute. On my turn with multi-attack, I can use Chill Engage and make 2 claw attacks, right?
Yeah.
So I can freeze you.
Yes.
I mean, paralyze you,
Yeah.
make you scared. Which is going to really make it a lot easier. You won't be able to save when I go...
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Even
Those are
better,
prob-
dig a big hole, get them to fall into
Well,
it,
those
and then
guys-
blow at them.
Those guys probably aren't meant to be taken on until your party's leveled like 12 to
Well,
15.
and they're not supposed to, they're not supposed to group up and kill you. They're just going to hunt you. So if you just watch out where you are, you hear the howls. That's where, as a DM, very important to do things like the night before where you hear the howl thing happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you like, if no one thinks anything about it, fine, right? They're fair game.
Yeah.
But if they're smart players, they learn to listen to that stuff and go, huh, we should make it so that something doesn't just come up and kill us, because that would suck. But that's also a reason to hide the monster manual from them. I mean, if their character doesn't know anything about them and has no reason to and hasn't asked about them, it should be a surprise for them. And that's a tough thing for players to do. But so if you have the howl and you hear the howl, that gives you an excuse to ask the old person whose house you're staying in or whatever, the inn or wherever, say, ooh, what's that? And you can have the hushed, ooh, that's probably the Yeti. And you get to hear some backstory and some stuff that they can't do.
The one guy that says, I hear my wife's voice in it ever since she went missing.
Exactly. It's my wife warning you. Because every time that's happened, people die.
Yeah.
And someone could just run out, just run and could bury himself. Yeah. So that type of stuff fleshes out a game. But it's still a fun game when it's just little minis on a map that we did. I haven't said this. I don't know if you've heard me say this, Ranger, but the game used to be, minis. This is a great mini. Like during the chainmail, right? Where we come from. So they went from the table to our imagination, right? And now they come from our imagination down to the table. And it just sounds like something stupid out of Mystery Men, where I'm who's that guy? The eagle guy or whatever, the guy that does the. Don't chase your tail, let your tail chase you, or whatever. The circular logic-y stuff. But it's true. The game used to be table, and hey, let's make some rules for it. These cool guys on the table to have a fun game. And now it's, hey, I've got this really cool stuff in my imagination. Let's get it down to the table. So, and I think that's a cool thing. But yes, lead minis. Actually, what is this guy? What does it say on there? Get some light on him. This one's like a really cool one. I remember I was so broke at the time too. I spent real money on that, but I don't see what it says here. Hang on. Huh. But you had to assemble that guy. And I've just cleaned up, so I just got all the minis that had accumulated on my table have disappeared. But this guy he came also with a separate guy that He has an axe when he's standing off of there and stuff. Usually, I wanted to have a mini. It says Andy on it. Yes, that's awesome. Andy. No, so the very first ones that I got were like, you know, you could tell like they're all painted one color. Like I had a friend that would paint his, he'd just dip them in the black, you know. And then I think my first paint job, I don't know if I have one over here, but like it all peeled off because I didn't know about primer.
I think they're in one of those plastic section off containers where all.
Here's Chuck's. This is my friend Chuck. This was his favorite guy. This is a big, heavy, thick old beast. So he's too big. The scale. We talk about scale creep sometimes. And this is still newer. So, or not newer. This is still old. It's just big. And I don't know. But you know, it's got this big like battle tech.
Here you go, I found it.
What?
Your old figure?
That's old Raul Parath. Oh look, there's a date on there. That's 87. So to me, that's new. Right? That's a newer one.
This is one of the unprimered ones.
Yeah, but that's not. He's just a common guy. He actually might have been primered, but yeah, he's just the guy I was looking for. He's like I've got a hobbit thief dragging a bag, I think. But here's another old guy. Those are good ones, though. This guy never got his eyeballs. I used to try to paint eyeballs. Like, because you draw a line, and then you cut it, and then you do the flesh underneath, and it's like, oh my goodness. And then, somewhere I learned, you just take a pin, and you just drill a hole in there, and it's like, which works really, really good until I did one wrong, and he's like, looking like this, you know, it's like Marty Feldman, and I'm like, oops, just destroyed him. But what's this guy? Let's see. Does he have a? Oh, that guy's got nothing.
See how I did my eyes.
What you got?
I'm just looking at how I did the eyes for the figures I painted. I didn't do the eyes.
What's this? What are these boxes? So these I've picked up. I was just cleaning up, and I picked up some stuff to get them out of the way.
I didn't do the eyes. This is
Here's some non-primered guys. Does he have a thing on the bottom? That's old. 1296 or something. So that's a model number or something. I don't know. But that's what he is. I think I used him as a some ogre, or not ogre, orcs.
There you go. These are the ones I painted.
Here's the gold goblin guys. Here's my goblins. Why are these out? Why were they just laying around? I think they were just laying around. There we go. That's 85. Grenadier. Alright.
Those are the ones I painted.
Oh, these were... Oh. We'll do a flyover for you. How's that? Yeah, you live there. What's that guy? Oh, yours are all plastic.
No, this one isn't. That one's like aluminum.
That'd be... Oh, that looks pretty cool, dude.
Yeah. Gnomes. Probably got the... I got the gnomes and the tieflings, because I had a character like that, and we didn't have any of those figures.
Where's my big one of these guys?
Somewhere else.
So we did a monster talk with her.
Is she not on there anymore?
I think she's still around. So yeah, it's a bummer we lost those monster talks.
I have this figure that I don't know where he came from. He doesn't fit any game we have.
Yeah, he does. He has some like catapults and.
No, he doesn't. I've looked in all those, and I've looked up what they would have. Is not from any of our games. It was in a box of Lego bricks that we got at a yard sale. The base is a thing I added from a different game.
Oh. Oh, then you sure he wasn't from like Battle Masters?
Yes.
And you sure he wasn't from that thing that you hit the castle and it pops them off the top?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's
I'll take it back though.
okay. Let's wind this up. Appreciate everybody who stuck with us through the way and actually came in and out along the way. And for those of you that have come in VOD, you have reached the end of your misery. You're now ready to escape. Unfortunately, my keyboard went out, so I can't be. I usually like to do more battle royales and mix it up with things in that. But I'll try to fix that up. It's really just hacking through things. I actually ran a stream yesterday, Dawson. You didn't see it, and I don't have a VOD where I set up these, the shelves. And actually, American Twirl gave me a subscription during that. Although then, actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if it actually showed up. But anyway, thanks, appreciate it. Let's see, is there somebody up and running that we can raid? That's not big and
Lord
huge like D&D.
there's
Lord
Gazumba.
Gazumba. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if he's up. Lord, I can't see.
Here, stay there. I'll go type for you. Tell me exactly what and how to type it.
Oh, you want me just to... Oh, okay, we'll try to do this. Okay, LORD.
Give me a sec, let me get there.
Actually, you can well, yeah. You'll have to be my hands.
Space or no?
Put an underscore. And a G.
A?
Sure, I don't see, it's not happening. Nope. Go back the whole thing out.
I'm gonna stop.
Yep, hang on. I want you just to, I'm gonna click through here. And if you're just tuning in now.
Rub your D key off.
I rubbed a key off.
You have
He is no space G-O. Hang on, let me get you in there. Okay, now type it. Lord.
typing in?
Lord?
Capital or no?
It doesn't matter. G. There you go. Good enough. There we go.
You rubbed the printing for your D key off the keyboard.
Yep, I did.
How do you do that?
Well, it's the same way as Amber's done it on the other keyboard. So we're gonna be switching over to Lord Gazumba.
I can understand rubbing them off, but how the D key?
Yeah, thank you, man. I love the Yeti Yammer. I'm glad we picked this. And actually look for, well, we have Discord and all that stuff, but I'm gonna try to put out, well, my Etten module, but I think I should make a Yeti winter fun module. So we'll see about that. But let's go over and see Lord Gazumba. He's got really, really cool terrain and painting and stuff like that. And he's always a fun stream. So until next time, don't forget to wash your hands and don't touch your face.
Touch our face.
Later.
Later.
Okay, and that's rating in there.